Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. Been a long time since we spoke. Been a long time, well, it feels like a long time since the Arsenal have played. Since we had our game last week against Newcastle, a potential tricky game that Arsenal made absolute light work of, beating Newcastle 4-1. And since then the boys have had a little bit of a rest. No games in midweek, as obviously we're not in the FA Cup anymore, and we don't play until Monday. In the meantime, Liverpool have played. Obviously, we keep an eye on Liverpool and City due to the title race. Liverpool have played, won their game yesterday very, very late on in the 99th minute. Darwin Núñez with a winner against Nottingham Forest in a game that I think everyone knew could be a very potential sticky game for Liverpool with all of their injuries, and they just about got away with it. A little bit in controversial circumstances, but it's neither here nor there. You know, at the end of the day, they got the 3 points in the end, and it makes our game on Monday even more important as we have to keep up the pace with Liverpool and City. And City have a massive game today in the Manchester derby at the Etihad against Manchester United. A game that everyone's wrote Manchester United off, and you'd expect City to win. I expect City to win, but thing is with Manchester United, you can never fully write them off because they always, I feel like once a season lately, because United haven't been very good for a while, but at least once a season they have a result or two against a big side that everyone writes them off against. You look at this season, when they went to Anfield, everyone thought that they were going to get battered, as they lost there the season before 7-0, but they managed to take a 0-0 draw. So, you know, hopefully they can do something in this game and take something from City, but I do highly doubt it. And then it would be us batting last on Monday against Sheffield United in a game where, yes, Arsenal expect to win, and we should be winning quite comfortably, but the players and the manager have to switch on, keep it professional and not take it lightly. You look at, you know, if you was looking at people's predictions and stuff, you'd look at people saying 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, etc. But I feel like the players have to keep their head on and do a very, very professional job, and make sure that they don't get caught up in the hype, they don't get complacent just because Sheffield United are bottom of the table. Obviously, Sheffield United have conceded the most goals in the league. I think they've scored the least. You know, they're on course to go down as one of the worst Premier League sides in history. But if we go there complacent and just think all we got to do is walk onto the pitch to win the game, it could be one of them games where we come unstuck. You know, Monday night under the lights, Sheffield will be right up for it, and you know they've got nothing to lose. They're not expecting to get anything from this game, and that makes them excuse me, and that makes them dangerous at the end of the day. So they're going to come to this no fear and just go for it. Whereas all the pressure's on us. Like I said, we will be batting last in terms of the title race, and you know, assuming if City win today, you know, and then both Liverpool and City have won, and we have to win to keep the distance as little as possible. Any slip up now is probably game over from Arsenal, as we're obviously the chasing pack. And it's also a massive game, as it will be. Well, after this we play twice before Liverpool and City play each other next week at Anfield, which will be massive. So we've got to play Sheffield on Monday, Brentford on Saturday, and that will be a chance for us to be sitting top of the league before Liverpool and City play, and then we're just watching and hoping for probably a draw to go our way, really. So massive game for Arsenal coming up, and it's one that we just simply have to win. I don't think there's too much to talk about in terms of tactic, etc., stuff like this. I think this is all based on attitude, personally, and it's a game where you just have to be professional and take it seriously, like I've said. The only thing that I think can stop Arsenal in this game is us, by being complacent and not learning from our mistakes from last season, which hopefully the players have. You know, we've been in red hot form at the minute, and hopefully we can continue going that way. Look, in an ideal world, we turn up and we do smash them 4 or 5-0 and, you know, keep our goal difference improving. But we just can't expect that. And it's a game where I think it'll be interesting to see what Arteta goes with. And another positive for this game is that we have a near-on fully fit squad by the sounds of it. Arteta was doing his press conference on Thursday, I believe it was, and he's confirmed that Thomas Partey and Zinchenko should be back in the squad. Tomiyasu, I'm not too sure with him, and Jurrien Timber's been back in training. Okay, it's not, I don't think it's full first team training, but you know, if you watch the videos of Arsenal's training session, he is involved. He's involved in slight contact training and stuff, which is brilliant. I still don't think you'll see Yuri and Timber in the squad till at least probably April, in my opinion, but you know, possibly not. But it's very important for us to be getting these players back, and we're now near enough at a point where we've got a fully fit squad, and if we can keep everyone fit, I mean, you know, maybe someone might miss a game or two, but overall, majority of the time have a fully fit squad from now to the end of the season, and some of these players coming back playing their best, it is going to really stand us in good stead for the title run. And it gives us a massive boost, especially when you look at the likes of Partey and Jesus, who has been back in the squad for Newcastle but didn't get on the pitch, which I think was probably the right thing to do. But you look at the likes of Partey, even Tomiyasu for me, because we've got some really big away games coming up soon, and I think Tomiyasu will be really important in those games. Like when we go away to the Etihad, I'd much rather have Tomiyasu playing left back than Zinchenko personally. So it'll be interesting to see what Arteta does and how he manages these players. I don't know if I can see any of them starting, but I can see them, you know, hopefully, I think in Arteta's ideal world, we get the game done early-ish on, and then maybe give these players about a half hour, 20 minutes each to get some minutes in their legs, because especially the likes of Thomas Partey and Tomiyasu and Jesus, I think there'll be 3 players he's looking to get fit. One for the Champions League game against Porto, which will be absolutely massive for us in this season. We absolutely have to win that game. And for the Etihad away. I think, like I said, in an ideal world, I'm sure he wants to go there with Tomiyasu at left back, Thomas Partey and Declan Rice in the midfield, with Jesus up top. So really, really important times for Arsenal, and really good positive news on the injury front. And hopefully now, you know, we all know how good Thomas Partey is when he's fit and playing. He's one of our best players, and you know, it's been a really frustrating season for him. I think he's only played like 3 or 4 games, and you know, I think he will go in the summer. I think, you know, brilliant player on his day, but you just can't rely on him. But if he can stay fit for these remaining 12 games is it we got left, and let's say he plays in about 10 or 9 of them at his very, very best, we've got a good chance of winning majority of those games. That's how good he is, especially with Declan Rice next to him in the form he's in, Odegaard stepping up in form now. So that would be a midfield that can rival absolutely any midfield in the Premier League. So really good positive news, and like I said, it's not a game where I think we have to think too much tactically, etc. I think it's pretty plain and simple. We've got the much better team with the much better players. Turn up with the right attitude and you should get 3 points quite easily, and then move on to Brentford on next Saturday at 5:30, which will be a much tougher game. But like I said, these next 2 games are really, really crucial for me. This is when I see if Arsenal have learnt from last season. Win these 2 games, go top of the league by the time Liverpool and City play each other, and then sit back and watch that game, you know, just knowing that we've done our job, and hope that, you know, they probably draw, I think will be the best result for us. If not, I think I'd rather Liverpool win, which might sound crazy as Liverpool are currently top of the league, but I think Liverpool are getting by at the minute a lot on luck, and I don't think it's sustainable, and I don't think Liverpool are a better team than Arsenal and City, and I still think Liverpool will drop points. But in an ideal world, I think a draw is the best result for us. I think it will keep us top of the league on goal difference, and then yeah, and then we just crack on from then. We go into Porto, then we don't have a game until the 31st, which will be against City at the Etihad. If we can go into that game top of the league with, you know, our own destiny in our own hands and take something from the Etihad, then you never know what can happen in the last, I think there'll be 10 games left after that. Yeah, 9 or 10 games, something like that. So, yeah, let's go into the predicted 11. I think he'll probably go back to the team that played against West Ham and Burnley. I think it'll be David Raya, Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior, Rice, Havertz, Odegaard, Saka, Trossard and Martinelli. And I think he should do that. I think, you know, just because Jesus is fit again now, I don't think he should walk straight back in, because I think Trossard and Havertz have both played that false 9 really, really well recently, and I don't think any of them deserve to be dropped. I think Kivior deserves to keep his place at left back for this game. When it comes to like Brentford on Saturday, potentially I'll do some different changes, but for this game I think I'd keep it the same, keep the momentum going and reward players for their good on performance, and then like I said, potentially rotate in the next game. Predicted score, like I said, I think if Arsenal turn up and just keep it professional and have the right attitude, I think this is a game we could win quite comfortably and hopefully by quite a decent scoreline. You know, Sheffield United have lost a few games 5-0 this season. I think they lost 8-0 to Newcastle. You know, they're not a good side, and in the reverse fixture we beat them 5-0 at the Emirates. So I'm gonna go 3-0, but I'm quite confident that it could be more. Is like I said, as long as we have the right attitude and we play this game correctly. But yeah, not really much more to say on that. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Would you make any changes with some of the players coming back, and what you guys think the score will be? And yeah, I'll talk to you guys on Tuesday for the post match, and hopefully we're talking about another Arsenal win. Hopefully City have dropped points in the meantime, but I doubt it. And then yeah, we crack on after Monday. Sorry, we crack on to Saturday, and we see what we can do for the remaining games in this title race. Have a good rest of your weekend, guys, and talk to you soon. Bye bye.